All right, my friends. Hopefully, everybody caught the message when I was on the live stream last night. I said I'd be on at 9 a.m., but I totally forgot about a dentist appointment I had. So hopefully, everybody on the Discord saw that. And so, what I said, to recap what I said at the end of the day with this unicursal, either there will be a sharp drop over the weekend, or if we continue to go higher, that this unicursal is marking off an important price level that will break down through in the next multi-day or significant decline, market correction, that type of thing. So I'm going to mark off that unicursal price level. And this is an example of one of the ways that you use SO meta analysis with price level information, which SO meta analysis wasn't originally designed. If you're not, if you're kind of new to it, SO meta analysis was not originally designed to predict price level information. It was designed to predict chart behavior and sequence of events and timing of highs and lows. Timing, basically. All right, right here. Roughly right. You know what? It's like right at that purple line, basically. Unicursals I mark off with black. If you're new to the channel, everything on our charts is color coded. Everything in SO meta basically is color coded to make it easier because it's so much information. Oops, 10, 11, right? Man, the Magic Keyboard for Apple, I gotta say, my least favorite keyboard. And I usually really like Apple products, but I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this thing. It's awful. Like right down to the fact that like you need a 100% flat surface to lay it on, otherwise it wobbles because it doesn't even have legs on the back. I mean, my God, like look at this thing. It doesn't even have legs. It is like literally the worst keyboard. I highly recommend never buying it. um, Costs a ton too. All right, so anyhow, so here we are on the 14th. We did go higher, so I marked off that unicursal hexagram price level. We had a little drop here in the morning, offering opportunity to open up a long position. There should be a pretty notable move to the downside here into a trough. Like I said, if there wasn't opportunity here, you would most likely have another opportunity here around 11 o'clock, and we're right here around 11 o'clock. So on a 1 minute art, we're at the bottom of RSI. Let's see what we're looking at on a 5 minute chart. If you're not familiar with RSI, that's Relative Strength Index, one of the indicators that I use regularly. On the 5 minute chart, this has definitely got more movement to go. So I would say if you have a profit here, a solid profit, this is probably a safe place to take it because we might go down much lower, and I do think that we're going to go higher at the very end of the day or overnight. But with that said, a good trade isn't about riding out when you're wrong until you're right. A good trade is about being right and getting out before you're wrong. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're not a novice, you probably know what I mean by all that. um, hey, Rad. Any thoughts on Bitcoin? Here's my Bitcoin. Oh, here we go. Oh, boom! We did that. We hit the range, guys. Oh my gosh, we hit the range right there. So being that it's the 14th, either we're a day off or we're going to be higher tomorrow. Like there might be a bit of a decline, like a retracement. Actually, there's probably a full retracement of this move. This is not an awful place to exit a long position, guys, because we just tapped the range. Now, what I always tell people is we probably will go higher, right? Like this darker green area in the ellipse. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is where the highest probability of the price level ending up. But it could be anywhere within this range, is my sense. And a prudent trader using SO meta-analysis is going to enter and exit as soon as we tap into these. So this is an example. If you're new to the channel, guys, this is an example of what our live updated trading view charts look like. We draw entry and exits. Like these are like shorter terms. These small ellipses are shorter term trades. Looks like we were off about this last shorter term trade, but on the grand scale of things with these larger ellipses, which are longer term trades, we were right on point here, as well as all of these other little shorter terms. So that's like 1, 2. This is easily like 7 trades, 7 or 8 trades. We were wrong on one of them. And not about the entry, we're only wrong on the exit. So pretty solid trading, guys. That's something that you get access to for a ton of different cryptos and tickers if you're subscribed to the monthly access subscription on our website, Tarot for Traders. Also gets you the live Discord trade alerts. That's what I was just typing, was letting my guys know about the Discord, on the Discord, about the exit and the fact that we entered into this terrain. Thanks for asking, Red. Shoot 'em up. Hey, how's it going? Theta update? Sure thing. Theta Network is one of the tickers that's covered by our monthly access subscription. So as of December, we'll be covering it monthly by the day, just like this Bitcoin reading that we were looking at. Yeah, this is looking pretty solid. I would remain long into this based on where the ellipse is. I would remain long into this. And as soon as we tap into this, I would probably exit the long if I entered in down here. There's a chance that we go up into this range here, like up into the 2, where are we? This actually looks, why does this look so... Oh, I see. Yeah, so this is up to the 2. So I think probably within this range is where we'll exit. What are you barking about? Right, so I would hang tight for that. But let's look at the Theta chart and see what's up. Oh yeah, so it does look like this high. I left this out because a lot of the time when there's a ruin landing on this sticky node over here, it kind of throws me off. It's one of the common areas that'll throw me off. There's a few, my accuracy is insane. I know, I'm sure you know, but there are a few places where I have a lower probability of being right. I mean, I should say a higher probability of being wrong. It's still not high, but and that's like the carryover into the next day when we're looking at dailies, right? The gap up or down overnight. And when we have like ruins that kind of like hang out in the corners, sometimes they throw me off. So you got to be careful of that stuff. But based on what I'm seeing here, there's a good shot that there's a high tomorrow, a new high for the month. Because we don't have a high indicated here, and then there is that ruin, and we're very very close to basically having a high. I don't count this bar right here. My experience reading these charts is that these things will kind of like bleed into each other. So if you take out this, then the highs become accurate. If you leave this one bar and then maybe not so, but that's because readings sometimes bleed into each other. So to be on the safe side, when I'm judging the relative price as far as looking for a high, I'm not taking this bar into account. I'm taking this bar into account. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, I'm taking this bar into account, not this bar. The first day of the month. If it wasn't the first day of the month, it'd be a different story. I would definitely take that price level into account. But overall, I think this is probably going to be higher tomorrow. And then it might be that we have like a failed attempt at resistance here. Let's see. If you're new to the channel, these purple lines are basically, purple just represents prognostic information, extrasensory perception information, things, trade information, things like that. So when I have a purple line on a chart, it's basically just marking a price level that I'm doing a reading about. Like I'm determining if we're going to be higher or lower than it, or if we meet it, something like that. It's not really something to guide you as far as price levels, so be mindful of that. If it's purple, it's kind of like, probably just disregard it on the chart. Yeah, so it might even be like here. It's probably here, but to be safe, I would say we're probably going to reach this price level here, maybe poke through it momentarily on, and this is on the 16th I'm talking about. Probably poke through it momentarily and then turn around and decline probably through this price level or this price level. Let me see. Matter of fact, we might actually go higher there. 18th. All right, so based on what's transpired, guys, this full card, if we do move to the downside with this full card, I would say significant opportunity to open up long position. But I think we'll probably move to the upside, not to the downside with this full card. And we may be as high as like this range up here come the 18th. Something like maybe in that range. That's, and it was, if we fulfill this price range here at this timing, that would be an exit on the short term because we have a drop. But if you're a longer term time horizon type of trader, I would hold out for higher price levels at the end of the month. there's that low on the 10th. I missed that. Called this. We nailed this 7th here. We nailed this this low on the 3rd. Missed the low here on the 10th, and it looks like we'll probably have a high tomorrow. Kind of hang out sideways, and then there should be like a big move on the 18th, 19th. You know, the best way to play that is probably to try and play both directions, because if there's enough of a movement, it's stated it's not an option. Maybe I retract that statement. Just look out for what this does, and if it's a drop to the downside, I would open up a long position for sure. If it's a move to the upside, I might consider selling there before this kind of like ugly stuff happens towards later in the week. Is there a chance of it coming down to 60 cents again? Oh God, I hope not. I hope not before like a major rally, because I'm kind of tired of waiting for this rally. I want to help my people out. They're important people to me. Some of my ultimate access subscriber, which you guys probably don't even know what that is because we don't sell it. It was like a one-time deal with unlimited access for lifetime on like any subscriptions present or future, because they helped me out financially in a really tough time. So they're important to me. Want to make sure that we help them out. So I'm really hoping that there's no 60 cents before they get their opportunity to sell at a nice profit. But there is a low in November. There's a sharp decline on a 1-year chart kind of scale from an important technical price level. See, this full card here in October is important. This is a really important full card opportunity because it's a cross-reading congruency. If you're new to SO meta-analysis, a cross-reading congruency is when the same card appears in 2 different readings with overlapping time frames. What does that mean? Like if you have a 2024 reading with the full card, right? A 2024 reading with the full card in the October cluster, and then on the October reading, you have the full card appear. Not only that, but it's in the later part of October. The full card on the 1 year appears in the later part of October. So that's what you call a cross-reading congruency. And those are super, super powerful tools and indicators of information. It took me a long, long time to discover those. Long time. At one point, I had like something like 40 readings on my walls in one room, and they were like, the room was like locked in case anybody ever came over. They didn't walk in on it and think I was like a crazy serial killer or something, because it was like tarot cards, literally a wall covered in tarot cards with different readings, overlapping time frames. And this is how I started to discover these patterns, is by seeing the readings all at the same time. Hard to explain, but when they're side by side, I can extrapolate much easier. Be right back, guys. I gotta let Hermes out of the room. You want to come up? No, not time to play, buddy. Hermes, not time to play. After we can play. So just be really mindful, guys, Wait a sec. What the heck? Well, so Bitcoin's gonna have like this pretty notable retracement back down, maybe all the way back down to this price level, before that decline ends with a fast sudden move higher, probably taking us into a higher price level. Excuse me, higher still on the 16th. You're such a baby, Hermes. And so theta might do something similar there, right? But the question was 60 cents again. Yeah, I really don't think so. Not in 2024. Now, we'll probably come back to the lows here in late November. That's why I have on the multi-day chart, I've got this ellipse over here as well. So there's an entry into a short if you want to close out around down these price levels. And then that's before a pretty big pump to the upside, probably really like catching some steam right in the beginning of January or on the cusp of December, January, something like that. Hey Robert, morning to you. Hey Proof. Mood Dang and Manu coin for the week. I'll do that in just a minute. Proof. I'm just gonna address. It was luck shorts. Are you talking about SPY shorts? It was luck from Friday. Well, so at the beginning of this reading or this live session, what I was saying is that, like I said at the end of Friday, is that if this price level, if we ended up near highs at this price level, this unicursal, excuse me, if we ended up going higher without this drop over the weekend, that this unicursal price level will be marking off a price level at which we decline through in the next considerable move to the downside. And that's pretty much what happened. We moved higher, so I would mark that unicursal off. So there's probably a better opportunity tomorrow, but it's risky, you know. It's definitely risky because there's going to be a pretty big move to the upside, is my sense, at the very end of the day. That could really hurt if you're in a short position at that point. The way you could kind of hold on to the short position would be to have opened up a long position here at the beginning of the day for this rally, so that way that would counteract any additional losses that you have on the short side. You would be able to hold on to it longer, provided the expiration is out far enough, and you would still capture this move to the upside. But be careful because it's a double nullified significator day. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It was glad I was able to help you with Bitcoin at least. Should you hold theta until October 20th, 22nd, and then get out for lower prices towards the end? Um, So I would probably hold it until the 18th. If I missed the opportunity there, I would hold it till the 19th. Um, and then likely you have an opportunity to get in here somewhere between the 20th and the 22nd into a long position before some more movement to the upside. With this is kind of wild, and this November preview card is a little bit misleading because November for the most part is going to be pretty ugly for theta, but there should be a little bit more movement to the upside before that takes place. I mean, a little bit movement at the beginning of November. I'm gonna release the theta November relatively soon. Like a bunch of the pretty much all the November readings will be coming out over this week, as well as AMC should be coming out today, 2025, and some other 2025s. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about SPY, it was luck. It's really, really kind of not the best place to be holding short since we didn't have this sharp drop here like expected. But there may be a move here within this hour, this 11 to 12 o'clock hour. This might take us into a low. It might also take us into a high because it's the Fool card. But I would have expected us to go a little bit lower here around the 11 o'clock hour. That might be a good exit, even if it's a loss. But because we've got that unicursal, I would expect to be below this price range in the not too distant future. It's not a unicursal card on a 1 month or on a 1 year. It's on a 1 day chart kind of scale. So you're talking about within a few days time, we should be below this price level most likely. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that we had both the Princess of Cups and the Princess of Wands as significators on Friday. So the Princess of Cups and the high significator means we see higher highs or the same highs when we decline off of the high. But it's the exact same thing for the lows. When we rally off the lows, Princess of Wands indicates that we should see those lows again or lower lows in the not too distant future. So I wouldn't be like, oh man, it's hopeless. Like I'm gonna take a huge loss. Just hang tight. There should be a better opportunity, but you don't want to be all short. Like, that would be a bad idea. I mean, on a multi-day scale, not on maybe not. It might make sense to be short right now, I think. All right, Google had inverse head and shoulders. Wondering if you see. I didn't skip anybody, guys. I just got to take care of the people with the stars. They're paying members supporting the channel, so they get priority access during these subscriber only. Google. Why does that have SPY? What the heck? Google, another ticker that we cover monthly by the day, timing the highs and the lows for the month, all that stuff. All the chart behavior in between, it covered on a monthly basis by the monthly access subscription. Gets you the Discord trade alerts and the updated trading view charts as well. Definitely didn't come down as much as I expected there. Yikes. We have a failed attempt at resistance that it looks like we're going to break through, followed by a decline through key support. There should be a prominent trough in there, so we probably end to the downside here on the 14th for Google. and then rally out of that to the upside. Sharp drop on the overnight on the 15th into the 16th. So the rally early in the day on the 15th marks opportunity to open up shorts. If you're going to short there, probably a good place to, if you're not in a short, good place to get into short for an overnight swing, probably. All right, my friends, I'm going to cap the questions here. No more questions, please, because I got to roll. Let's see. Mudeng and Manu. Funny names. No, nothing. Oh. Yep, it is there. Mudeng and Manu for the week. Overall for the week, for Mudeng, it's going to be price swinging, sideways price swings, pretty notable price swings. Yeah, so we should do kind of like flat behavior today, and it looks like that's pretty much what's happening. Bearish price swings or decline tomorrow, rally into resistance on Wednesday, followed by a decline from that resistance, a notable reversal on Thursday, and then we're bound by a range on Friday, probably that same resistance. Yeah, we rallied from the bottom of range to the top of range back into that resistance from Wednesday. So you could, at the resistance on Wednesday, you could open up a short, close the short the next day, open up a long at the same time, close the long when we revisit that resistance, or the range of that resistance from Wednesday when it's revisited on Friday. Hey guys, sorry I already capped off the questions here because I've got to roll. No more questions after shoot 'em up / question, my friends, please. Where's the other menu? I'm not a fan of these crypto that aren't like directly related to like the, you know, they're like part of some other thing, some other crypto, or they're attached to it somehow. I'm not such a fan of those. For the majority, or for the overall for the week, the overall trend direction, this is going to rally pretty notably, increasing with momentum throughout the week. Okay, so today this probably turns into a pretty big move to the upside here, either today or we could be off by a day and it ends up doing that tomorrow. But probably today turns into a big move to the upside. We have an important trough tomorrow highlighted, a pop through key resistance on Wednesday, followed by a full retracement of that move shortly thereafter. Another pop and drop on Thursday, and then there's an overbought crest that we sell off from through multiple support levels on Friday. So probably the high for the week is like Wednesday or Thursday is my sense. Opal. Oh, is that Opulus? I think it's Opulus, right? Yeah. This one's also mixed throughout the week, back and forth 3 times through the same price level. Probably confirming a bullish trend with the third cross, which should be to the upside. So up, down, up, basically. Decline ends with a fast and move higher on Monday. Decline on Tuesday, offering opportunity to open up a long position, probably for a day trade, because we have a sharp drop on Wednesday. Sideways fluctuating rally on Thursday, preceding a decline, and a lot of price change on Friday to the downside to meet a key support level on a multi-day scale. All right. All right, my friends, I really got to roll. Apologize if I didn't get to you. Best way to make sure your questions get answered is to sign up as a member. $50 a month gets you priority answers on the subscriber only, and it gets you access to ask questions on the members only, which is the majority of our videos. Go to our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders. Click the join button, sign up as a supporter. No matter either way, I'll see you guys on the next one. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. Oh, and the next regularly scheduled time will be tomorrow, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern.